Students still study while the rest of the countries they have a long 等一下哦 Hello, my name is Chloe and my article is about the coronavirus, and this article is about the outbreak of the virus in Taiwan. However, students still go to school during this day while the rest of the country take a break at home. And so I want to ask our interviewer about his opinion for this article.
Hi everyone, I'm Daniel and I'm a second year student of FJUED University. My main major is computer science.
So, hey Daniel, what are your feelings toward coronavirus in Taiwan? Do you feel safe or scared, or how do you protect yourself and overcome this virus?
Actually, during this time, I feel a little bit sad because on my opinion, Taiwan have a best performance of preventing COVID virus, and in this time I just in my schools or my home and prohibited any unnecessary activity outside.
Okay, I see. So, do you think coronavirus will affect your studying?
Yeah, I think a little bit because one of my friends told foreigner they can come to the class on time or take back in the examination. Yeah.
So you're afraid of being infected by your friends, or?
Yeah, like when we have kind of like epidemic. I don't know how to say, but yeah, we have a little bit careful. Yeah.
So you prefer online study or offline study? Which is the best one during this pandemic?
Actually, I prefer the offline study because the difference is between you studying in your class or you studying online. The interaction between the teacher and the student is very important.
And this is a question from Young for Chloe. What is your family's reaction on you being here when the pandemic is happening? Do they want you to come back to home, or they recommend you to stay here?
My parents want me to stay here because the airport is the more dangerous one because it can have a lot of virus and you could get infected. But I think in Taiwan it's safer because people are awareness of this virus and they wear masks, they use sanitizer. Yeah, they're more careful.
Here is a question from Joy to Chloe. On what aspect do you think that Taiwan's government do the best on this coronavirus issue?
Like people have to wear masks when they go out or go to school. If not, they would be fined with 15,000 Taiwan dollars, I think so. And I think the government had put out strict rules to control this pandemic.
Okay, so this is a question from Zavier to Chloe. Okay, so other foreign countries, some residents there think that the government may restrict their freedom too much to prevent the pandemic. So do you think that your freedoms is violated during the pandemic in Taiwan?
Violated?
Your freedom is compromised, or
I don't think so, because this is the best way to prevent this virus, and we have to like social distancing, like we help yourself and help the government, help the other people.
My name is Joy and I'm a student from English department. And today my article is about the export ban on face masks in Taiwan. Taiwan health authority had announced an export ban on face masks that initially set to run between January 24 to February 23rd. But as the situation getting worse in these couple months, the export ban on face masks is extended. And I want to ask that, what do you think about this decision? Do you approve of the export ban on face masks in Taiwan?
Actually, my opinion is kind of objective between the agreement and disagreement, because I think, in my opinion, like I'm at the government at first, I think that's kind of the only way to solve the lacking of mask solution. Yeah.
But as a foreigner, if you see this news in your own country, would you consider it as a sensible decision that can totally be accepted, or you might think it might be a little bit selfish behavior?
So actually, I think it depends on the country. Like in Taiwan, actually in Taiwan, there's the company that's like producing mask company that's not so expensive. So in this kind of problem, like they don't have another solution to solve. So yeah, I think if if I in here and seeing this kind of problem, I have to do something that to help everyone. Yeah.
Because there are some celebrities, they're arguing this kind of issue and they express their anger and disappointment on this decision. So, do you think their negative emotion is sensible?
I think there's a sensitive comment. We can know that because it's just from the personal right. So, but yeah, I think we, like for some time, we have to get away our personal issue to have a community. Yeah.
This is a question from Young to Joy. What prompted you to look for this kind of issues? What attracted your attention about it?
Actually, I saw this news because I saw at the first time I knew this issue is because I saw the celebrities post on Facebook, and she completely expressed her anger about this decision, and I want to know why. I want to know others' perspective on this kind of decision, because I think it is sensible, because we have to save ourselves first, then we can help others. Yeah.
So here is a question from Chloe. As a Taiwanese citizen, so do you support or oppose the government decision?
I think in some kind of degree I support this decision because just as I just tell you that we think we have to serve ourselves first and then we can help others. But I think the inappropriate I think sorry. I think there's a bit inappropriate is because that they announced the decision immediately when the other country in need.
Oh.
It kind of hurts the relationship between the countries.
Okay, here's a question from Zavier to Joy. So given that Taiwan right now is in a more stable condition compared to the rest of the countries, so do you think it's the time for us to, give our helps to?
Yes, I think Taiwan have enough fast Mac, and we can sell a little bit of the fast Mac to other countries to help them.
Yes, but are you willing to help the country that is nearest to us?
Yeah, I think everyone in help we need to give a hand to them, not because
not discriminate because of their
not discriminate about their nationality.
Hello, I'm Yang, and today I'm here to ask a foreigner a question. This article is from Wired. It talks about artificial intelligence becoming more and more prevalent in replacing human labor in even the most mind-numbing jobs, not just in physical labor, but potentially in white-collar jobs as well. In fact, in the one presidential candidate, Andrew Yang, in the Democratic election last year, proposed that automation might be the most important factor in the job loss in the United States, and because of the unemployment problem plaguing the USA, it prompts people to vote for presidents such as Donald Trump. And so he proposed to several kinds of policy to counter the effect of unemployment and seek to win the election. Well, although Andrew Yang did not continue to pursue in the election, the topic of AI being a threat to human labor and unemployment continue to exist. So here, I have several questions for you. The first question, what kind of career are you interested in pursuing?
Actually, because my major is computer science, so I think after graduation, my career is a research of artificial intelligence. Yeah.
Okay, so do you think automation might pose a threat to your career or people around you?
I think the automatic is maybe in the future. Automatic is maybe replace some repetitive job like normal labor or some job that you can have schedule. Yeah, I think. But actually, the human brain is a kind of complexity thing. It's a combination of logic and creation. Yeah, I think the AI, they can help logical, but maybe the creation it's not solid.
Then do you think that governance will have a way to deal or regulate this mass AI automation, or even should they regulate such technology?
I think the government might have to have some manage of the AI. Yeah, maybe the government have some manage of AI because they can replace our jobs. So maybe the number of unemployed is getting higher.
I see. Thank you.
Here is the question from Chloe. So, in your opinion, do you think automation will affect our future careers in a good way or in a bad way?
I think both sides. Yeah.
Yes. To me personally, I think it might cause a huge problem, not just because it will replace the job around us, but because in the United States, bus driver is about 40% of American citizens' occupation, and that is one huge task that is at risk of being replaced by autonomous driving. And so if 40% of Americans lost their jobs, even though in Taiwan we might not have a lot of unemployment, the economic crisis might still impact us. So that is one of my concerns.
Here is the question from Joy. Do you think there should be a regulation to limit the development of artificial intelligence, and how would you think it should be regulated?
I think the best way to regulate is to either put a limit on the employment rate of artificial intelligence worker, or even put a tax on companies that utilize such technology. Because if we simply ban them from developing the technology, we cannot regulate other countries from achieving such technology. And in the world of globalization, when other countries all have much better automation technology than we have, it will put us in a very difficult situation to compete with them.
Okay, so here's a question from Zavier. So I wonder, as an English major student, do you have any future career that you want to pursue that you might fear be replaced by the automation?
One of my interests in my future career is probably teacher, and I think artificial intelligence, while they might not completely replace teacher, they might significantly reduce the need for teachers in many fields, as well as the effect of of future generation being less populated. Our children become fewer and fewer. I think teaching will be soon at risk of automation.
Okay, so I'm Zavier, and I'm a senior student from English department. And today my article is about the palm tree industry in Indonesia. Yeah. So to sum up, the palm tree industry is seriously harming the local biodiversity and environment of Indonesia. And however, it's a very essential product for our everyday use. And I wonder how you may think about how to balance the economy growth and the environmental protection.
Yeah, this is a kind of tough question because, like in 20 years or 10 years ago, this topic is very popular because when you look at China, China is the second richest country in the world, and they also is a more
populate.
Hold on. The environment is not so sparse. Yeah, and yeah, so that's the question. Like you have to find a way that the balance. You have to control the balance between the core economy and the environment. So nowadays, there's a lot of like environment friendly products or some like parasite, I guess it's like for the environment protector. Yeah, so it's a long story, and also it's a tough question to have answer.
Yeah. So do you think we need to raise awareness about what kind of products may contain those palm oil, and so we can be more cautious about it?
Yeah, there's a lot, like in instant noodle or in instant noodle and in lipstick or in every dye product.
So how does the palm tree industry affect your daily life in any significant way?
It's so hard to say because like every line of product is come from the palm oil industry. So it's hard to imagine that one day maybe because some environment issue or not issue that you have to use it. So it's have to have a kind of solution to automate it. Yeah.
Okay. So until maybe someday in the future, replacement will be found, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, and which do you value more? Oh, I think I asked this question. So, I know in your country there are a lot of orangutans. It's one of your country's most iconic animals, right?
Can I say that again?
Orangutan.
Orangutan.
Yeah. Like, oh no, not.
不知道，
Like how?
你讲中文。
红毛猩猩。Orangutan.
Orangutan. What was that?
No, it's the palm oil industry may threaten some natural habitat of certain nearly extinct animals.
Oh,
endangered animals.
Oh, I know that. So actually, that's kind of this a result of illegally hunting and
exploitation.
Yeah, exploitation. Yeah.
So the local industry doesn't really affect the residents. Like there will not be too much noise or too much air pollution.
Yeah, actually, the government have many policy to prevent this result, but there's not much effect to the resident. I think so.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
This is a question from Young to Zavier. Well, what prompted you to look for this kind of industry? Like there is many kinds of farming in all around the world, and planting large amount of plants that endanger biodiversity in the local area. So, why do you think palm tree makes a special case?
Oh, it's because I saw a video on the internet. It makes me really sad. It's an orangutan, like I say, it's a kind of ape trying to protect his homeland and against the humans. What did I say? Quite sorry. Okay, against human machine. Yeah, and so after I know that, I did some research and I found out that those construction workers, they are from the palm oil industry. Yeah, so it's their job, so I don't blame them, but I feel sad about this whole incident. And because the great ape is very like us, so in a way, I think they are more intimate to us than other endangered animals. So that's why it sparked my curiosity about them.
Okay, here is a question from Joy. Would you try to buy less products that contain palm oil after you saw the news?
Yes, I did some research, but it doesn't seem very effective, so I kind of give up after a while. Yeah.
Okay.
And here is the question from Chloe. So do you have any suggestion to replace palm oil like coconut oil to reduce the risk?
Oh, there is a I don't actually realize there's more replacement, but I think I'm willing to spend more, yeah, to save the natural habitat of animals. Yeah.